Hello DeFi Live. I've been asked most graciously by the fine folks behind this awesome conference to talk a little bit about blockchain and games in 10 minutes or less. So here goes. I don't know how long that title screen was up, but however long it was should mean this video is about the right length. Anyway, I want to start this quick presentation with a simple statement. Gaming will be the first killer on-ramp to mass blockchain adoption. Why? Well, it's simple really, because gamers understand allegories to all the common terms those of us in the blockchain industry use every day. They understand in-game currencies, also known as tokens. They use inventories, which we might call wallets. They use or seek special in-game items or power-ups. You guessed it, NFTs. And what World of Warcraft player has not been to one of the big cities to visit the auction house, also known as a marketplace? But the coming together of blockchain and gaming at a mass consumer level is not going to happen the way you might think it will. And it won't happen quite as quickly as you might think it already has. Right now, blockchain gaming and its catchy descriptor, play to earn, is all the rage. Several games have carved out an entirely new niche in blockchain and games worth tens of millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of players. But please remember this vital point. This new category is the result of the blockchain industry adopting gaming as an on-ramp to selling NFTs and tokens. The onboarding process is very blockchain, with wallets, ETH transfers, token swaps, custom wallet installations, and of course, the purchase of said NFT.
Limited to 10,000. May not mint more than 10 at a time. Terms and conditions and punishing gas fees apply. Talk to your doctor if you need something to take away the pain.
If you showed this onboarding process to any mainstream game developer, they would run as fast as possible. They prize player experience above all else, and such an intimidating on-ramp, cleverly disguised as a money grab, is not the experience they are looking to provide. Have you wondered why Steam banned blockchain from its platform? This is why. Oh, and the fact that having unlicensed securities on its platform might prompt a call from the SEC, not something anyone in the gaming industry ever thought would be a relevant issue for game developers. This blockchain-driven play-to-earn category will grow. It will be huge. But this category is not the mainstream gaming industry, nor do I believe it ever will be. Gamers don't want the NFTs, they want hours of immersive gaming that transports them to another world, or mindless entertainment on their phone while they're stuck on a bus. But if you can create an economy around their efforts, well, that might be interesting. So if what has come so far is not it, then what is? Well, I would contend the fireworks will start going off when something happens that has not happened yet. When the game industry, you know, those guys that make stuff for consoles, PCs and Switches, when they start to adopt blockchain technology. And I mean blockchain technology, not necessarily DeFi. Don't confuse the technology with its use cases. This is when these two industries, blockchain and gaming, will truly begin to merge. This monumental change, the business equivalent of the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies colliding, is close, but we're not quite there yet. When it happens, we will see the shift to player-owned and run game economies with tens of millions of players, not tens of thousands. But for this to happen, the technology has to be shoehorned into meeting gamer expectations rather than the current way in which users are shoehorned into the way the technology works today. For example, can you imagine one day World of Warcraft or something similar is on chain, and you battle a monster for half an hour and somehow you're victorious. You click on its dead carcass, ready to loot its already decaying corpse, you hit Ctrl X to grab everything in its inventory, and MetaMask pops up and says that'll be $25 in gas, please. Oh, and come back in 15 minutes. In fact, the DeFi purists, or as I like to call them, the DeFi-dialogues, would say, well, hang on a minute. No one asked the monster for permission to access his wallet, but it's dead. This is the current state of things. Technology is leading the experience. The tail is wagging the dog. Blockchain companies may think they are game developers, but they're not. Many of the blockchain games in this new play-to-earn category are dressed up NFT sales with some average quality clone of Pokemon Battles Light awaiting you after you play in return for your ETH. The market is already awash with derivatives of Axie Infinity. But the real game developers, the ones that make the games you play on your TV or your mobile, they do understand. Everything is about the player experience. The game comes first. Technologies that allow AAA game developers to incorporate blockchain utility into their games will need to move beyond the ideology of DeFi and the complex interplay of wallets and expensive NFT sales that currently count as the onboarding process. Players should not notice the difference when getting into a new game for the first time from any game they've played before, just the extra things they can do in their new player-owned economy. It is not the consumers who will adopt blockchain. It is the developers transforming its capabilities into utility that will drive this change. Consumers will buy games because they are fun, not because they use blockchain. If you use Evernote, do you do so because it uses SQLite for its database, or simply because it's a good note-taking app? Blockchain can and will change games just as it has changed finance, but not in the same way or with the same use cases and solutions that have been engineered for finance applications. When blockchain technologists get their head around this and work out how to create genuine utility that makes games better, they will find the game industry will be very willing to listen. So to end, remember these things. First, gaming will be the first true driver of mass adoption of blockchain technology. And it will be because developers use it to make their games better and improve or extend the player experience. Right now, the blockchain industry has adopted gaming as an on-ramp. The gaming industry is yet to adopt blockchain, and that is the real opportunity at mass market. And not all games need blockchain, but there are some that will be transformed by it. Thank you. My name's Phil Ingram. I hope this was useful.